Today we're talking about the rise of synthetic marijuana use, why the face of drug culture is changing, and the dangerous effects these manufactured substances could have on our society. I'm Kimberly Wallison with another can't miss episode of Insider's Health News. You may have recently heard that 3 Texas teenagers suffered heart attacks while smoking an illegal brand of synthetic weed known as K2. While there is no absolute proof that the drug is to blame, doctors worry that it's a strong likelihood. After all, the kids had no medical problems when they began to feel severe chest pain. And this tragedy is shedding some light on the growing number of synthetic drugs that are becoming increasingly popular among U.S. teenagers. What are these synthetic drugs? Well, they're mostly herbs and spices laced with chemicals that are meant to mimic the highs that marijuana produces. The DEA has already banned 5 of the most common substances, but the underground drug culture is rapidly changing, and no one really knows how these synthetics will affect our nation's youth. While natural drugs can cause life-altering damage to our systems, at least it's a battle that most people are familiar with. The chemicals that are now being used by labs to create drugs can violently attack the human body and wreak havoc on your psychological ability as well as your cardiovascular responses. And no one knows really to what extent. So there's a new talk to have with your children, not just about drinking and drugs, but about synthetics as well. Because even though they're banned, it isn't hard to find a cheap chemical thrill if you're looking for it. That's it for this edition of Insider's Health News. I'm your host, Kimberly Wallison, and remember, it's your health. We're just helping you think outside the docs.